Hello and welcome to Rogue Wednesday. This week's deck is Rafiq of the Many. He's an exalted creature that when a creature attacks alone, it gets double strike until the end of the turn. Obviously, Rafiq is fairly fragile, but he makes great for a great Voltron kind of strategy. So I added a number of ways to protect Rafiq, like Ranger's Guile, Blossoming Defense, Vines of Vastwood, Mother of Runes, Apostle's Blessing, and then, counter spells like Dispel and Spell Pierce, Stubborn Denial, those kind of things, so that you can hopefully protect Rafiq. I added some mana ramp in the way of, creatures, principally. I mean, the Utopia Sprawl and Wild Growth are often very good, and they actually draw cards from SRAM, as do a lot of these equipment and enchantments and stuff like that. And then you've got the Voltron strategy with all these things, and the creature ramp gives you another body to put on it, and you've got the protection spells. And with Rafiq, you really only need to protect him for a turn or two. He is a very, very quick clock when you put just about anything on him, and he will end a game in like 2 turns sometimes. So very, very good. I've got a B plan of some hexproof creatures. Sigarda runs uncounterable, which is awesome. Troll Ascetic, Geist of Saint Traft, those kind of things. That's kind of the B plan if you can't seem to keep a Rafiq around. And then, like I said, there's just a bunch of artifacts and enchantments that go towards a Voltron strategy. I didn't just jam a bunch of exalted creatures in this deck. I mean, they're good, but some of them are just really, really bad. I am trying Knight of Glory. It seems a little lackluster, but it is pro-black, so that might be relevant in some matchups. And then, obviously, Qasali Pride Mage is an all-star in the format no matter what. I added Cathedral of War, and then I'm trying out Sublime Archangel because it can turn all your elves into having Exalted, so I figured that would be worth a shot. And I am probably way too excited to be playing Stonewood Invocation. It's expensive, but it seems really good in this deck because if you're untapping with Rafiq, that's a guaranteed 9/9 double striker. Like they can't interact with Stonewood Invocation. After it, they can't cast any spells that would target it. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get into the combat phase. So I love this card from Time Spiral. It's such an awesome card. Haven't had a chance to play it in a long, long time, ever since it rotated out of Standard, and I'm probably way too excited to be playing it, but I am very excited. I'm hoping it decides a game or two. That'd be pretty nice. But yeah, so that's the deck. So let's try it out. All right, we got a game. We are on the draw. Playing against Leovold. I'm going to keep it. We're on the draw. Sigarda's Aid might be good as well. Highly likely to resolve here. Got probed. Alright, well that's a card. I'm wondering in practice if Force of Will is good enough. There's not a lot of blue cards. There's some. Opponent plays a Tarn and sacks it. Underground Sea. What do we got here? Search for Azkaban. What's the other side of this? Oh wow. Look at the top card of your library. You can put it in your graveyard. If you have Threshold, you can turn it into a land. Interesting. Likely some graveyard-based synergies here. Visions. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and... This can get a plains. Has to get a plains. So we'll get Tropical Island. Can't counter that. Well, we do have another blue card for Force of Will, since the Daze probably isn't doing much right here. That's pretty good. You get a Scry, basically. Really quite good in graveyard synergies. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You reveal a non-creature, non-land card. And to rest on the bottom of your library. Okay, so you don't get to discard cards from that ability. And you may transform it. Probably going to force a Will of Leovold here. I think it's pretty safe to play Rafiq here. I could just play Elspeth, but it's less safe, but it's very good. I'm going to try it. We've already played a Savannah, so okay. Alright, it resolved. So let's pump this up. If we can resolve a Rafiq next turn, we can get in a big hit. It's a big if. It assumes the Prowling Serpapart lives. And we resolve Rafiq. Got the Cathedral. Alright, so getting a few turns away from flipping this. It's mostly just a land. I mean, spending that much mana right now, it's kind of got to take control of the game before that becomes an option. I wouldn't mind at all if he played Leovold. Jace. Alright. You gonna bounce it? Yep. Make a creature token. Let's play an Unbounceable Thrun. And Cathedral War. Showed my hand a little playing the Cathedral, but it's an excellent opportunity to play a tapped land. Looks like he's still going to miss the flip on this one. Always cool seeing how new cards perform in the format, though. Discarding Gurmag Angler. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, it's cheap, though. I guess it keeps you from flapping your search. I don't know what to do about this J. Yeah. Like, do I attack the Jakes? Do I go for the throat? If this resolves, we have 2 Exalted triggers. This becomes a 9/9 flyer if I use Elspeth. It's not enough, not quite enough to kill him. Close, though. That might be worth it. It hinges on Rafiq resolving and leaving until the beginning of combat phase. Alright, opponent plays Liliana, the Last Hope. You killing my soldier? Alright, killing my soldier. I have 3 cards in hand. Well, Rafiq could get countered. I guess we'll find out now. It's a big troll. Yeah, is Rafiq not? Yeah, there goes. Oh, that's brutal. All right. Well, if I can only do 7, which one of these do I kill? Let's kill Jace. I'll hold up my regeneration. They are drawing 4 cards this turn and looking at another one. Toxic Deluge still kills Thrun. But there's a lot of things that don't. You know, Azkatan flipped. Again, tapping 4 mana to find a card. It's kind of a desperation move. He just drew 4 cards, so it's unlikely that that's going to happen. So right now, it's mostly... I guess if he doesn't play a spell, he can use that on his end step. It's a cool foil. They have a foil Liliana the Last Hope, I just noticed. That's a steep card. Foil Leovold don't exist, I don't believe. There's a lot of foils here. I think they got me beat on the foil. Alright, what are you taking back? Gurmag Angler? Hostage Taker, maybe? Eternal Witness. For Jace. Maybe I should have gone after them last turn. I'm wondering. I would have done 8 damage, so it's a 3-turn clock. Hero's Demise, okay. So I can just play the Serpapard. I guess I don't get Rafiq. That's fine. What's going on here? Tombstalker, Flying Delve, 5/5. Alright. I'm going to attack their face. I'm not that worried about this Liliana right now. And, I'm going for it. Playing into Wrath a bit. I think that makes it so they cannot afford to attack Elspeth. I could be wrong, but I think it's unlikely. So Elspeth makes this a 5/5, and there's a 4/4 and a 4/4. Yeah, they're, I guess they can get back Hostage Taker and take my Serp apart. I could not attack with Run. What did they get back? Hostage Taker. Okay. I kind of had to play this Prowling Serp apart to make sure that my creature didn't get countered. My Geist. You got it. Cool to see a new card being played. I think this one's definitely going to be a role maker in the format. I guess they can attack with the E-Witness as a result. I was not planning on ultimating the Elspeth. The +1 ability is just too good. That's daring. You got something that does 1 more damage to it? A way to deal with 2 flyers? It doesn't quite kill him, does it? It's not good for him. Yeah, there's my Serp part. I gotta try it. You got a counterspell? Arcane Denial. Okay. Alright. Alright. Well, we lose our Elspeth. We draw 2 cards. They're at 1 life. Yes, please. All 2. Apostle's Blessing. Might be good enough. I don't know what they attack Elspeth with, actually. They'd have to attack with 2 creatures and sacrifice 1 of them. Because you can't attack with Tombstalker when you're in 1 life facing down a Geist. Unless you have a flyer, I guess. You have to have another flyer. Alright, they're looking for cards. It's a good sign. Also drains their mana quite a bit. Spell Pierce. Alright, I can play around that. Elspeth has been a beast here. You need 2. Alright, I guess that's the 2. Block that one. You actually kind of have to do that, because then you're facing down 2 flyers. Jace. No, Stubborn Denial pretty much guarantees. So I have to give the Angel token pro white. Let's play this land first. Or pro black. Pro black, that's right. I'm going to pay light for this, just to maximize the amount of mana. We can play around Spell Pierce. We've got the Stubborn Denial for any hard counters. And we get the GG. Ooh, that was a tough one. But one of the best decks in the format. And they certainly doled out a lot of answers, and we won on our B plan of the hexproof creatures. Didn't even draw any enchantments or anything like that, so the Scarta's Age just kind of sat there. Fun game though. Alright, got another game. I am on the play. Playing against Rafiq of the Many. This is a lot of counter spells. On the play with only 2 lands. I think I have to mulligan this. And I only drew 1 land. Alright. Bottom. I don't love any of this. You need to draw like 7 lands in a row. And worse yet, my opponent has an elf. Alright. It's a land. It's a colorless land. It's not a good start. Not a good start at all. Yeah, no. Oh. Not interested. All right. I think we have to hold up the days. Because I can't play it for free. All right. I think it's Jit. Infect. Interesting. All right. How does infect work with fighting? Alright, I don't think it matters a lot. I guess we get punished by removal pretty hard here. We've got a white land. No, we don't have a white land. I would like... I can't get a Savannah. So I guess... No. I guess Tundra. I guess you deal with lands you get. Swords gets us pretty bad here. Ugh. 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 Brutal. Winter Orb, are you kidding me? Well, this one. I'm just gonna die to a 2/2 infect. I mean, I couldn't have played around the swords. The cartouche would have got me no matter what. The tapped land, of course. Of course it's a tapped land. Well, that's not great. Probably his own jet. Mask of Memory. Alright. Looking to draw some cards. Jit would be much worse for us. Well, that has hexproof, but I don't think... Removal gets us pretty bad again here, too. You just got to look at 3 cards. All right, Finhorn Elves doesn't worry me. I guess that one. A white land. That's pretty good. Can't really afford to play around a counterspell. Those elves are pretty good for him. Double strike Rafiq. Not great for me here. All right. Glistener Elf. Not playing Rafiq. I guess this one again. Well, that's pretty good. That makes this a 3/3. I think I have to play conservative. Bright side, the Noble Hierarch allows me to equip the Jit next turn. Or not. I still tap 3 lands for that. Ink Moth. Well, that gets me. I'd like to still have my Jit around, please. Are you going for Rafiq now? All right. I guess we chump block. Because we die if we don't. Guess this one. Tapped land. I'm dead, aren't I? I mean, I can block with one of these things, but I'm never coming back from this. All right. Not a bad one. I mulliganed to 5. So, I almost came back from it. I ended up getting enough lands. Got another game I am on the play. Seems keepable. What am I playing against? Ezuri. Alright. Got an elf counterspell and an oust. I think I might have put too many tap lands in my deck. Guess it doesn't matter a lot here. Alright. Can't do anything about that. I mean, I can oust it. Doesn't seem great. Alright. I think I go for, he's a human, right? Imperious Perfect is a little dangerous. All right. Yeah, you're probably going to find yourself wanting to block. +2/+2 in hexproof. Let's play the knight. Let's attack. I don't think he wants to block with everything. If he does, it's a pretty big blowout. Do I oust one of these? The perfect? He's at 10 damage, so I think I might have him dead next turn. Maybe I didn't need to oust anything, but oh well. The life doesn't matter because I'm going for commander damage. Alright. None of that does anything. It's nice when your opponent has 7 creatures and they're wary about attacking with 2 of them. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to pay life for this. I don't know if there's a reason to. I don't know if there's a reason not to either. Pro green. +2/+. Oh! Cute. I guess I can do it this way then. So there was a reason. It's a crazy amount of damage. Alright. That's what this deck is looking to do. Alright, got another game. I am on the draw. This looks pretty keepable. Playing against Sliver Overlord. Same opponent as the Ezuri deck. He looks like he decided to switch decks on me. Sometimes people think they can. They might very well have an edge here. This might be a good deck against me. I don't know what you play with Sliver or Overlord. Either Slivers or 5-color good stuff. We'll know soon enough. Slivers. Alright. You telegraph a counter spell, but it's possible my opponent just had another deck they wanted to try and have fun with. They weren't trying to game anything or anything. No. Yep, I don't block. Alright, let's play Rafiq. Attack for 2. I think I like that more than the... oh, yeah, never mind. It's attack for a lot, isn't it? So I definitely like that a lot more than attacking with the elf, or than casting the elf. Maybe I should have left up a protection. Coercive Portal. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and attack. It's a lot of damage. So I can always pick homage. So they can't use this to intentionally blow up the board. So I don't need to worry about that. My guess is he's going to vote for Carnage. Yep, homage. So basically, a Coercive Portal is just a way to draw a card every turn. In a blue deck, I don't know if I would play it. Like there are better ways to draw cards. And in a black deck where you can just play Phyrexian Arena for 1 last mana. Alright, artifact card. I mean, Disc? Disc is probably a turn late. Gilded Lotus. Wow, okay. Ambitious. Gavany Township is really awesome. By activating it, I get the same basic effect as if I had used the Celestial Colonnade instead, except it stays in play. Bit of lag. And it pumps up my other 2 dorks so that they're not as dorky anymore. Noble Hierarch, still a little dorky. I'm gonna vote homage. Both players have to agree on Carnage, so that doesn't happen very often. Unclaimed territory, that's a new one, isn't it? So they're dead next turn. Unless, I mean, they're dead on board. They might not think they're dead if they put down a blocker. It's a Wrath. Fungus Sliver. Alright, once again, Apostle's Blessing. Pro green. Yeah, okay. Alright, got another game. I am on the play. This hand looks great. I have Stonewood Invocation. What more could I want? Cards that don't cost 4 mana? They don't have a forest. I guess I could want for a forest. Leyline of Anticipation. Interesting card. Oh, playing against Daxos. I actually knew that because his opponent just mulliganed down to 3 and I asked him for a remake. And so he gladly accepted. I didn't think that would be a very interactive game, so moved on to a game that might be more interesting. Mulligan to 6 this time. Got a Halimar Depths, which means he's not playing anything as an instant this turn, I don't think. Alright, let's take a damage and play a Pride Mage and swing for 2. Another island. Well, that's a forest. Let's attack first. He might be playing a counter spell. I could just... No, I could save that for next turn. Because this turn I can't... I can play the Troll with the Cavern, or I can play the Rafiq with the Cavern. I don't know which is better. Let me think this through for a second. This thing has hexproof. This thing is really, really good. Ends the game very quickly. But this thing has hexproof. I think I'm going for hexproof. We might still be able to resolve Daxos. Looks like he was just F6'd. Or not Daxos, Rafiq. He has Daxos. I might very well fight Daxos. So Stone Unification makes this 8, 9. Not enough. Not enough to risk it. Do I risk casting the Rafiq? Probably. There's a good chance I can, yeah, let's play it on tap, just in case he has, taking a lot of damage here from our lands. He probably has a counterspell because he didn't play Daxos. Oh, I forgot he can play things as an instant. I don't see Leovold very much in this format. And our Rafiq made it through. I can kill the land tax with Qasali Pride Mage, but I don't think I really care. I could kill the Leyline on his end step. That might be a good play. We lose an Exalted. But chances are we win next turn. I don't know. Stonewood might not quite get there. This puts him at 15. I guess he could play Daxos and block. He's grabbing some lands. Land tax obviously really, really good. I think it is much, I think, you know, losing the Qasali Pride Mage sucks a little bit, but I think it's best to know what I'm dealing with. Capsize Rafiq, alright. Then I'm not worried, am I? So, can I still make some 9? Let's just replay Rafiq, I guess. If he didn't have a counterspell last turn, I doubt he does this turn. I think that does keep him alive. I haven't done the math on how much damage this does. A darn lot. But looks like, yeah, not quite enough. 10. There was no reason to kill the Leyline with it when he tapped out on my turn. Or on his turn. He was correct to not let me untap mana before casting that spell. Because Stoneward Invocation, it has split second. If he wraths, we still have the Troll. We can regenerate the Troll. Yeah, I need to know what you're playing here. He could Wrath now, and that would be pretty bad. Oh, I mean, it was coming. That's brutal. Alright, let's pay 2 life. he costs 6 mana. Shoot, I can't keep the Spell Pierce up. I should have known this was a control deck and they were going to play Wrath or something like that. I did definitely wonder if he could play a Supreme Verdict there. Maybe I should have let him untap. Or I should have untapped first. Then I would have at least kept the Troll. Phyrexian Rebirth. Alright, well. Brutal. If I had kept up the spell, been able to keep up the Spell Pierce. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I should have let it. I should have untapped, so I could have kept the Troll. The Troll was probably the best thing I had going for me. Come on. Opponent's at 3 life. This Ancient Tomb is pretty much a non-starter, but they don't really need the Ancient Tomb for anything. Getting in with your horror? Alright. That's a thing. I might be able to win with that. Do I Spell Pierce it? I guess I Spell Pierce it. It's not great. And clearly they pay for it. What's it? Sigarda, Run. I don't have too many comes in the battlefield abilities on my creatures. So I don't think I have to worry too much about something like that. I'm not playing like a acidic slime that would kill my tree. Opponent probably takes Sigarda. Geist is Saint Traft. Okay. Like, did you miss the Treetop Village? Because that makes attacks look pretty bad. Did you get through? Spirit Mantle is so good. Alright. Didn't get to do anything with Stonewood Vindication. Maybe if I had left a troll on the board or something like that. But this is the second time I was able to squeak through damage with, you know, Spirit Mantle or there's a few, the Apostle's Blessing. So pretty awesome when you can get, you know, things that gives things protection to get those last few points of damage. Gives you a little bit of reach. Alright, got another game. I am on the draw. Yeah, bit questionable. Probably okay. I think it's Karador. Alright. I'll keep this. Detention Spear I wasn't sure about. Sometimes you just need a removal spell. It's a bit expensive. But it seems like it would be okay here where it's actually exiling something. Although there's a good chance of playing Reclamation Sage. Got an elf. Skull Clamp, okay. Untap land? Untap land. We'll start with this one though. I guess I don't really need an untap land because I'm just looking to play the Sylvan Library next turn. Unless I want to swing for one, but I think I'd rather play the Colonnade. I definitely need that blue mana. Cutthroat. Yeah, I'm not swinging for one anyways. Oh, that's another untapped land. Let's play Sylvan Library. Let's play Colonnade. Say go. Need to be fast against this deck and hope to just not get outvalued. They could have removal. They tend to play creature-based removal. Shriekmaw and whatnot. Eternal Witness for a land. Okay. You take one. Mental Misstep might be okay. Well, those are great cards. Do I just pay life? I think so. Like if either this goes right and then everything's fine, or it goes wrong and I'm going to need those cards. Let's hope we're not losing our Rafiq here. Plan kind of hinges on it. Alright, they're drawing. Altar. Well, that's a good sign. Yeah, you can't block if I do the... Yes, please. Put on top. Put on top. Yeah, okay. I was thinking that I wanted to leave up Vines of the Vastwood, but Sword of Feast from Famine leaves up Vines of Vastwood. It actually untaps cards twice and makes them discard. Oh! Son of a... Oh, magic. I meant to tap it for mana, and I equipped it to that thing. Not a mistake so much as a misclick. hope it does not cost me. I really could have used to kept that Vang's Vastwood up. And now my opponent knows what they're dealing with. Well, at least they probably can't kill my elf. Something, right? I could almost go all in on the elf strategy if I had to. I'd rather not. I'd rather go all in on Rafiq. The double strike makes a big difference. What's my opponent got here? He's got 2 creatures in his graveyard, so this costs 6 mana. And I have a sword that's protection from that. Oh, brutal. Bad misclick. Misclick is bad. Let's put these on top and shuffle them. And let's try to overcome this misclick. What do we get here? Fire and Ice? Or just Jit? Jit's probably pretty good. I gonna keep up the vines this time. Although the only spells that can really target it are probably swords. I mean, there's other things. But I doubt he's playing Oblivion Ring or anything like that. Got another Wrath. Alright. Land. Dread Return. Reanimate Eternal Witness for a Damnation again? Oh, I could have countered that. I always make that mistake with Minnow Misstep. I just forget it's there sometimes. Or forget that some spells, like you're thinking Swords of Plowshares and other 1 mana spells, and you forget about some spells that you don't think about are 1 mana. Reanimate is one of those spells. Alright, well, he gets to take a hit. I guess we just spend the turn... Oh! Well, that gives him Totem Armor? Well, that's pretty awesome. Taking a bunch of damage, but... Oh. Pro Green. Which means I can't use vines on it either. Not going to use the counters on the Oracle, I don't think. I'll take 2 damage if I have to. I just don't want to use him on something that he's going to have to kill with a damnation anyways. I'd rather just take 2 damage. Even though I'm at 12. What is this? Resolute Archangel. Alright. You only gain 9 life. That's not that big of a deal. Alright, now I'm going to kill it. Since he's not wrathing. It's white, it has lifelink. It's just a tension spear. Get that angel out of my way. Oh, he sacked it for mana. Okay. I'm gonna get it back. Gotta make sure not to miss my attack. There we go. And keep on my mana. Like, if you play something else before the Wrath? I mean, I doubt it. That would almost certainly be incorrect. All right. All right. Seems peculiar. I think he just played into my Spell Pierce. Gotta know I got something like that, right? Maybe you're trying to bait out other counter spells, but I don't have 2 blue. Maybe he realizes that he played into it. Trying to decide if Dread Return Oracle Modiah? Okay. Selesnya Sanctuary. How hard can I beat him with this thing? So it's a 3/4. So it becomes a 4/5. I can add 2 +1/+1 twice, or +2/+2. So it's an 8/9 double striker. It untaps all my things. It causes him to discard 2 cards. I think that's what I go for. Actually, can't kill him with Vines of Vastwood after the untap? I haven't done the math yet. 8/9. Not quite. Wait, I get 2 jet counters? Oh, I missed it. I didn't have a... Oh, I don't have a stop on the damage step. Oh. So once I let that... Yeah, I had to let both triggers resolve. I got him at 10. That's something, right? And I got rid of... Did he already... Yeah, he discarded the Damnation a while ago, I guess. I didn't even notice that. Kill that. I mean, I guess we can move around equipments, or... Spellmaker's Misstep. Let's move that there. Is there a strong reason to move this as well? I'm going to do it. It's just a better creature to have that stuff on. By a lot. I definitely want the pro black. Opponent gets to look at 3 cards. They almost certainly get to play their commander for 3 mana. I don't know what they do from there. The commander can't block. They can't play Resolute Archangel. They probably die to Rafiq anyways, even if they play Resolute Archangel. I'm pretty sure I can do 21 damage. 1, 2... I guess I don't have pro white. Eternal Witness, 4 damnation. Get this Spell Pierce ready. Oh yeah, I don't need Pro White, I have Steel of the Godhead. So if he had played Resolute Archangel, which I don't think he could have. Oh, okay, yeah, he's paying mana there. That makes sense. Shoot. That's a big bummer. So he's got enough mana to play around the Spell Pierce. But he doesn't play around the Spell Pierce. Thought he had enough mana to play around it. Oh, he used the Skull Clamp mana. I think I still could have probably got things done with the Colonnade. I would have needed mana to equip something to it. I tapped the wrong mana for that too. I didn't leave up my Vines of Vastwood. I don't think it matters, but you should tap the right mana just out of consistency's sake. He didn't even play a land. Oh, that's brutal. You have a Swords? I think you're still dead. Carrion Feeder. Okay. No, you're definitely still dead. Carrion Feeder can't block anyways. Are you drawing cards with no mana open? Opponent got greedy on the Skull Clamp and didn't leave mana open for Spell Pierce. I'm sorry I fumbled through that one a bit. That one would have ended a lot quicker if I hadn't misclicked on the Sword of Feast and Famine. I'm pretty sure. He still had the Damnation the next turn. So maybe, and then I don't remember what the other mistake I made was. But still managed to pull it out. Alright, I got another game. I am on the play. Playing against Nissa. And my hand looks pretty good. It's a little slow. Play the Delta. Keep the Misstep open. I mean, it's always open, but no sense paying life if I don't have to. Apostle's Blessing has historically been really good against green decks, monocolored decks in general. I'm definitely countering their turn 1 ramp. Alright. Drazi Temple and Smuggler's Copter. Ooh, that one is unpleasant. Alright. I can Dromoka's command the Smuggler's Copter in a couple of turns. No, he can't. Oh, I guess he can Dryad's Arbor. Yeah, that makes sense. Do I want to Rafiq or do I want to Thrun? If I Thrun, I have to wait a whole nother turn. Or if I Rafiq, I have to wait a whole nother turn if he has like Lignify or something like that. Well, that's not great. I think it's the most proactive though. Like actively aggressive. I'm gonna go for it. So this is the only elf right now. He could play Nissa. He'd have 2 elves. But right now he only has 5 mana available. And if he plays Nissa, then he only has 3 more mana available. Well, I guess 6 mana if he sacks a Crystal Vein. 6 mana is where you need to start worrying. 5 for Acidic Slime isn't great. But we've already dropped our Rafiq. Curious what's going on here. Nissa. All right. Permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Well, I guess I'll just go right at Nissa. So they just let me kill it there. And I'll play the elf. And Darker Waste. Let's say go. Woodland Bellower. Okay. Well, he's going big. Fierce Empath. I'm in trouble. What are you getting here? Ulamog. I can't protect it from that. At least not with my hand right now. Well, let's kill this priest at the very least. Well, I could. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So it is a good thing I killed that. He can Smuggler's Copter if I use the Apostle's Blessing. Let's play this land on human. Doesn't particularly matter. I think I Apostle's Blessing it. See if he blocks. Maybe that's 2 all in. I don't think I can actually kill him because it's just a 10-10 double striker. Alright, well, let's play Thrun. And hope that he can't cast Ulamog. He can't target Thrun with Ulamog, at the very least. He needs 2 mana to cast Ulamog. Alright, Nissa gets him a land, flips Nissa. No? No, doesn't flip Nissa. No, flips Nissa. Carpet of Flowers, I have 1 island. He has a Yavimaya Hollow. Now I have a Yavimaya Hollow. Does that mean our attacks don't do anything? Like I need a way to get through. Let's wait. I use the Stonewood to protect it from Ulamog. I guess he can target the Yavimaya Hollow, which is unfortunate. Alright, they're revealing a card. They get Sakura Tribe Elder. Maybe I shouldn't have Apostle Blessing, but then he would have just blocked with the Woodland Bellower. And so I would have just been out. Yeah, alright, here's Ulamog. I assume you hit Yavimaya Hollow. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to protect it. Not a great use of Stonewood Invocation. I'm going to attack him. He tapped his Yavimaya Hollow. All right. Still got a couple outs. Not many because I can't really do enough damage in one turn. Oh my god. Alright. Nissa just went right over the top of me. My start was slow. That didn't help. But Nissa went right over the top of me. So that Nissa matchup completely overwhelmed us, but all the other matchups felt completely like we were in the game the whole time. There were actually a couple times where it felt like we weren't in the game, and then we ended up stealing the win anyways. And there were also a couple games where it ended in 5 minutes because we swung for the win on like turn 4 or 5. And I don't think that Nissa matchup is unwinnable. We had a really slow draw, and my opponent had a really good draw. And I've already demonstrated a couple times that, you know, a fast draw against a non-interactive deck can end really, really quickly. So, you know, or at the very least, force them into bad chump block situations and stuff like that. But I had a slower draw, he had a fast draw, and it fell apart for me. So, like, I do think that is winnable. It might be a bad matchup. I don't know. It's hard to tell from one game. But it felt like this deck has a lot of play from a lot of different angles. I liked a lot the B plan of the Thrun and the Geist of St. Trav. Never really drew Sigarda. I don't know if that's very good or whatnot. So talk about the good and the bad cards. Stonewood Invocation is probably not as good as a cheaper alternative. I'm sad about it. Sublime Archangel was never really something that I wanted to be playing, although I did want more creatures. So maybe something cheaper. Maybe some of the cheaper exalted creatures, the Aven one. I don't know. Sublime Archangel never really did anything for me. Elspeth was awesome. Apostle's Blessing was awesome, and Spirit Mantle was awesome. Stoneforge is always very good. Counterspells were pretty good. I don't know about Stubborn Denial. It was harder than I thought it would be to get 4 power. It's good on your turn maybe if you're swinging with Rafiq, but otherwise, like it's a little bit situational. So maybe that's a cut. I put too many tapped lands in my deck. I wanted to have some creatures in case things came into play, but I put too many in there. I think Lumbering Falls and probably Stirring Wildwood should be cut. Treetop Village and Celestial Colonnade I think belong in the deck. Those are really, really good. And Cathedral of War was really very good. So I definitely think those ones should stay in. But you should probably cut 2 of the man lands and stick with the really good ones, the Flyer and the Trampler, the evasive ones. Those ones were really good. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I never drew a Champion's Helm, but it was probably too expensive for what you're trying to do. But I think if you refine this deck, Cartouche's Strength was pretty clumsy a lot of times too. Yeah, if we refine this deck could probably be really quite good. It needs some tweaking and stuff like that, but I was really impressed with what the deck did, and I think it can steal wins against really good decks because it's so fast, and you do have protection, and you might want a few extra blue spells for Force of Will so that you can have the free protection. So, but yeah, a lot of fun to play. Really, really good, I think. I was surprised. I thought he would be too fragile. And, I mean, there were some matchups, Leovold and, a couple where it was really hard to keep Rafiq in play. But that's where the Thrun and the Geist planning came into play. And I think that's a good B plan. If you're trying this, then you put some hexproof creatures on there. If you can't get this guy working, then you've got somebody else to Voltron. So, thank you for watching. Have a good one.